Hi everybody! In today's video I wanted to share with you my December journal and setup. So I've already started, so I've got days 1 through 7 completed. So I wanted to show you what 1 through 7 look like and show you how I'm using my December notebook this year for December daily. I am in a leather cover from London Gifties. As you can see right here, it's her green one, and I absolutely love this. I've been enjoying it a lot more than I sort of anticipated because I was going back to the standard size, and I've been in A5 all year, so I was kind of worried about what it was going to feel like to go back to standard, and I'm absolutely in love. I love this insert. It's really, really soft to the touch. It's really just a luxurious notebook, and I've got to give it credit because, you know, I know that there are people out there who tend to be a little bit snobby when it comes to their leather notebooks. They want Traveler's Company or nothing at all, and I will admit I have not purchased any leather covers outside of the Traveler's Company family just because once I find something that I really love, I tend to stick with it. But Christine was very sweet and gifted this to me, and I probably, after using it, I probably would have paid money for this. I really have enjoyed it. I have rolled mine to sort of get it to be a little bit softer. It was a little bit stiff. It had a weird feel. And so I did roll it, and I will show you in a minute kind of what that looks like because I'm not fearful to do that with this particular notebook. And it sort of livened up the color a little bit. You can see that it's a lot a more lively green instead of like a blackish green. There's a little bit more dimension to it, so I'm really enjoying it. But let's just go ahead and get right in. I did cut the leather pen holder like protector thing. There was a leather thing that like came across the side. I did actually cut that off. It served no purpose for me, and I was getting frustrated with it while I was trying to use it to write. So I did cut that off. But I have a pocket in here, and it's just holding my writing board, and I have it in here in case I need to put any ephemera or anything that I come into contact with during the week. And then I've got this hiding in the back as well. It's my letter from Christmas. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with that yet, so I've just got it sitting in here. And then I'm using my December Christmas notebook, and I recently just purchased this Versamarker Ink Pen. So there's a brush tip here and then a smaller tip here, and it's basically like a sticky ink that you can put embossing powder on, and this is the embossing powder that I have, and then you use your heat gun and it embosses. And I've been doing that a lot this month. I just got it at Hobby Lobby last week and have loved it. And so I just wrote December 2020 on the cover, and you can see it's kind of shimmery. It's got that gold shimmer. There's a lot of fleck right here. Doesn't bother me. I'm not a professional. But let's just go ahead and go right in. This is my pre-printed December daily notebook, if you guys are curious about where this insert is from. But I've just added this really pretty little kid cut out on there. It's not pre-printed on there. It is actually there, and I thought it was adorable. I only had one, so I decided to go ahead and put it on. And then the calendar is pre-printed on there, but it is undated, so I just went ahead and dated all the days, and then I'm just writing in here just a quick snippet of what our day sort of looked like. Anything holiday related or special that we did during the day, I'm putting it in this little calendar piece, and I've really enjoyed that. It causes me, or it forces me to be mindful about my day, and it sort of is kind of like a gratitude log. It forces me to think about the things that I've enjoyed about the day. The next are these 2 pages. I have used this side to be the gift ideas side and this side to hold a list of events. I haven't filled it in yet, even though we've done a few events already. I want to sort of save this until closer to the end of the month because I have an idea of what I want to do with it. I sort of want to like create little bubbles in different sizes and have like the name of the event inside of it. But I need to be mindful about how many I want to include on the list. So I want to wait until about halfway through the month before I start filling this in, but that's the plan. The next is my incoming and outgoing log. So this side is going to be my outgoing log. I have been keeping track of it, but I have not put it down on paper yet because I want to type it out and put it in just because I feel like it would look really cool and sort of have that receipt type look to it. And then this I'm keeping track of all the incoming mail that I have going on. This is for keeping track of my decorating. So I, on this side, have kept track of the days that we started decorating and doing things Christmas related. And then on this side, I haven't done it yet. I need to sit down and do it. But this is going to be the decorating and the traditions that we have started after December started. So I'm hoping to get that done probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just want to be really mindful about this. I want to be very aware of what I'm writing down because I want to include not only our traditions, but what we have done this year as well. And then we get right into the journaling. So it's going to be kind of hard to see what's pre-printed, but this is basically what it looks like. These are all pre-printed designs. Every single page is decorated. So I don't have to worry about decorating any of the pages, but I have started to include things as the days go. So right here, I've got this beautiful stamped image, and then I added some washi tape and then my tea tag. And sorry if you saw that bug just now. I've got this bug in here who's just relentless. But the numbers are actually from my Advent with my best friend. Her and I made Advent calendars for each other this year. And so every day I'm putting that in because it's got the date on there. So I thought that was really special. I've added a stamp there. There's the date. And then this right here is the Christmas sticker or stamp. It's not the one that I had donated. It's a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it, but they didn't have my stamps out on that particular day that I went, so I used what they already had. So next is our visit with the babies to go see Santa, and you can see I've started to use my embosser here. I've just loved this thing. But I just created this fun tip in, and then it's got a picture of the babies with Santa, and you can't really tell, but they're sitting in front of like a glass window. So they're completely separated from Santa to just keep everybody safe. So I've got the picture in there. And then that night we actually went to an event, and here is the ticket for that as well. So that was a very, very busy day, but it was also full of really lovely memories, and I didn't have to think about doing any of the decorating because it's already done. Here again is the date that I embossed. Didn't have to do any of the decorating here, but here is the 5th and the 6th. And then my father-in-law surprised us with some Krispy Kreme donuts, so I just cut apart the box. I don't know why I did that. It actually isn't relevant at all. Didn't need to be in there, but I just felt like it was festive and it was holiday related, so why not include it? And it was a sweet sentiment because he brought us donuts when he didn't have to, so that was sweet. And then this is the 7th. So this was a fun sort of layout because I have broken up my journaling in a bunch of different places because I have our Christmas card in here, and I've just cut the card, and I kind of shifted it a little bit because I already had these pre-decorated spots here and here, so I kind of had to work with that. And it actually worked out fine because the layout of our card had this space here. So it was almost like I did that on purpose, but I actually didn't. So I've got a blurb about our morning, a blurb about the Advent, and then what I did while the babies were sleeping, and then what happened in the afternoon. Nothing special happened this day, but I did order our Christmas cards and they were picked up the very same day. So that was very nice. Look at those babies. Aren't they so cute? Oh. And then here is today's. So I've already embossed it and it's ready to go. I love this pre-decorated notebook. It has been a lifesaver because all I have to do in the evenings is sit down and be thoughtful and mindful. I'm actually doing it on my living room couch with a little teeny tiny couch table that I purchased that just pulls right up to the couch, and I can just sit down and write about the day. I don't have to bring any supplies out with me. It's really been a lifesaver. But since we're talking about supplies, I did want to share some of the utensils. Oh, excuse me, headache. Some of the utensils that I'm using. I have a thing for gray ink very suddenly, and so I've just pulled in some of my favorite brush pens and gray markers or pens. So these are the brush pens that I'm using. This is my Tombow in the hard nib, and then I've got a gray, a gold, and 2 black in the Pentel Sign brush pens. I like these. Actually, I think this is like the Japanese version, but it's the same exact pen. And then I've just got silver and gold. So I love these brush pens. They're a little bit softer than this one, so I have to be careful about how I use them, but I still love them. The pen I'm primarily using is this one. This is my gray Moonlight Jelly Roll. I absolutely love this ink. I bought it while I was in Texas, and it started up here and now it's down to here. I have a black Jelly Roll. I really love the way they write. I've lost the caps because kids, so I had to steal caps from other pens. But I also have my vintage gray Sarasa with the pen clip stolen because kids. I've got my gray Papermate Flare. I love this pen as well. And then I've got my Arteza gray. So I definitely have a thing for gray inks. It just feels softer on the page. It's not quite as brash and in your face on the page, but it's dark enough to still see. And then I just actually have them in a gray pouch, which is completely by coincidence, but I actually had this from the stationery selection many moons ago. So I just felt it was the perfect size to just be able to sit on my teeny little table by the couch, and there we are. So I hope that you have enjoyed this flip and peek into my December journal so far. These are just days 1 through 7. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, but that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye.